Here's a groovy one. The Ballad of the Black Fox Skin. That's a sneaky one. Oh, that's got the greatest first line I've ever heard in a poem. Do you want to hear the first line of this one? Listen to the Ballad of the Black Fox Skin. The opening line is fantastic. He really knew how to write an opening line. And I tell you, this is a writer. This guy, listen to this one. The opening line of the Ballad of the Black Fox Skin. There was claw-fingered Kitty. That'll hold you right there. He just said three words. He's already got you. Listen. There was claw-fingered Kitty and Windy Ike living the life of shame, when unto them in the long, long night came the man who had no name, bearing his prize of a black fox pelt. Out of the wild he came. His cheeks were blanched as the flume-head foam when the brown spring freshets flow. Deep in their dark, sin-calcined pits were his somber eyes aglow. And listen to this name. Listen to this line. They knew him far for the fitful man who spat forth blood on the snow. Boy, now there's a guy for you to handle. The fitful man. I like that phrase, the fitful man who spat forth blood on the snow. And listen to his eyes, deep in their dark, sin-calcined pits, were his somber eyes aglow. Yeah, they knew him far for the fitful man who spat forth blood on the snow. Did you ever see such a skin? Quoth he. There's naught in the world so fine, such fullness of fur, as black as the night, such luster, such size, such shine. Yeah, it's life to a one-lunged man like me. It's London, it's women, it's wine. The moose hides, the Injuns call it the devil fox, and swore that no man could kill, that he who hunted it sooner or later must suffer some ill. But I laughed at them with their old squaw tales, and I'm laughing still. For look ye, the skin, it's as smooth as sin and black as the core of the pit. By gun or by trap, whatever the hap, I swore I'd capture it. By star, and by star afield and afar I hunted, and I would not quit. For the devil fox, it was swift and sly, and it seemed to fleer at me. I would wake in fright by the campfire light, hearing its evil glee. That evil devil fox, into my dream its eyes would gleam, and its shadow would I see. It sniffed, and it ran from the bait that I had poisoned to excess. Unharmed, it sped from my wrathful lead. It was as if I shot by guess. I couldn't hit it. Yet it came by night, in the stark moonlight, to mock at my weariness. I tracked it up where the mountains hunch like the vertebrae of the world. I tracked it down to the death-still pits where the avalanches hurled. From the glooms to the ancient snows where the carded clouds are hurled. From the vastitudes where the world protrudes through clouds like seas upshoaled. Yeah, I held its track until it led me back to the land that I'd left of old. The land that I had looted many moons. I was weary and sick and cold. I was sick, soul sick, of the futile chase of that evil devil fox. And there and then I swore the foul fiend fox I'd let go. I would hunt him no more. And then I rubbed my eyes in a surprise. It stood there by the cabin door. A rifle raised in the gloom, and a vengeful shot that sped, a howl that would thrill a cream-faced corpse, and the demon fox lay dead. Dead. Yet there was never a sign of a wound, and never a drop of blood he bled. So that was the end of the great black fox. And here is the prize that I've won. the beautiful skin. And now for a drink. How about a drink to cheer me up? I've mushed since the early sun. We'll drink a toast to the sorry ghost of the fox whose race is won. That's okay. That wasn't the one. That's all right. Nice guess. We'll drink a toast to the sorry ghost of the fox whose race is won. You want to hear the rest of that? What evil happens with this fox skin? Listen to this now. You ain't seen nothing. Yeah. Now, Claw-Fingered Kitty and Windy Ike, bad as the worst they were. In their house by the river trail, they waited and watched for prey. And what a pair. They waited and watched for prey. With wine and song, they joyed all night long, and they slept like swine all day. For things were done in the midnight sun that no tongue will ever tell, and men there be who walk earth-free, but whose names are writ right now in big letters in hell. Writ in flames, the guilty names, Fournier, La Belle, the evil ones. Put not your trust in a poke of dust, a poke of gold dust, would ye sleep the sleep of sin, for there be those who would rob your clothes ere the dawn comes in. And a prize likewise in a woman's eyes is a peerless black fox skin. Better you would to put your faith in the mountain cat if you lie within his lair. Trust the fangs of the mother wolf and the lead-ripped bear, the claws of the worst evil bear you can find. Friends, trust those, but beware of the wiles and the gold-toothed smiles of a dance-hall wench. Beware. Wherefore it was beyond all laws that lusts of man restrained. A man drank deep and sank to sleep, never to wake again. Windy Ike, Claw-Fingered Kitty, had put the man who spits blood on the snow to sleep forever. You don't want to hear the rest of this. It gets worse as it goes on. You want to hear what happened to Claw-Fingered Kitty? Nah. You do? Well, I want to tell you. You want to hear this? All right. Sneak it in there. Okay. You want to hear what happened now? These two evil, sin-soaked wretches who slept like swine all day and drank and yelled and hollered all night. Now they own the black fox skin. Yes, the black fox skin cast a shadow from the roof nigh to the floor. Sleek and soft it gleamed. And Claw-Fingered Kitty stroked it. And the man stood by with a brooding eye and gnashed his teeth and swore, when thieves and thugs fall out and fight, somebody's going to pay. And sooner or later, sin meets his fate, and so it fell one day that Claw-Fingered Kitty and Windy Ike fanged up like dogs at bay. The skin is mine, all mine, she cried. I did the deed, alone, I killed him. It's share and share alike. With a guilt-yoked pair, he hissed in a pregnant tone. It's share alike. And so they snarled like malamutes over a mildewed bone. And so they fought, and they fought, with no fear, until happily it befell one dawn of day she slipped away to Dawson town to sell the fruit of sin, this black fox skin that had made their lives a hell. She slipped away as still Windy Ike lay. She clutched the wondrous fur. Her pulses beat, her foot was fleet, her fear was as a spur. She laughed with glee, but she did not see him rise and follow her. The bluffs uprear and grimly peer far out over Dawson town. They see its lights ablaze at nights, and harshly they look down those peaks. They mock the plan and plot of man with grim, ironic frown. Well, the trail was steep. 'Twas at the time when swiftly sinks the snow, all honeycombed. The river ice was rotting down below. The river chafed beneath its rind with many a mighty throw. The spring was on its way. And up the swift and oozy drift a woman climbed in fear, clutched to her a black fox spur as she held it dear as life, and hard she pressed it to her breast. And then Windy Ike drew near. She made no moan. Her heart was stone. She read his smiling face, and like a dream flashed all of her life's dark horror and disgrace. A moment only, and with a snarl, he hurled her far out into space. She rolled for nigh unto 100 feet. She bounded like a ball from crag to crag. She caromed down through snow and timber fall. A hole gaped by the river ice. The spray flashed in the sun. And that was all. A bird sang for joy of spring, so piercing, sweet, and frail. And blinding bright the land was in gay and glittering mail. The beautiful sun, with a wondrous black fox skin, a man. Windy Ike slid down the trail, a wedged-faced man there was, who ran along the river bank, who stumbled through each drift and slough, and ever slipped and sank, and cursed his maker's name, and drank hooch as he ran. He traveled like a hunted thing, hard, harried, sore, distressed. That old grandfather moon crept out from her cloud-quilted nest. The aged mountains mocked at him with their primeval rest. Grim shadows moved across the snow, and the air was strangely mild. The valley's width was dumb with mirth, the laughter of the wild, the sardonic laughter of an ogre about to eat a child. The river writhed beneath the ice. It groaned like one in pain, and yawning chasms opened wide and closed and yawned again, and sheets of silver heaved on high until they split in twain. From out the roadhouse by the trail, they saw a man make for the narrow river reach where the swift cross-currents are, where frail and worn the ice is torn, and the angry waters jar. But they did not see him crash and sink into the icy flow. They did not see him clinging there, gripped and torn by the undertow, clawing with bleeding fingernails at the jagged ice and snow. They found a note beside the hole where the man had stumbled in. Here met his fate by evil luck, a man who lived in sin, it read. And to the one who loves me least, I leave this black fox skin. I leave this black fox skin, a strangely writ note in a strange hand. And strange it is, though they searched the river all around. No trace, no sign of black fox skin was ever after found. Though one man said that he saw the tread of hoofs deep in the ground.